He's Zambia's richest man, and now he wants to become its most powerful. Hakainde Hichilema, or HH as his supporters like to call him, tells me he wants to become president to save his country and its democracy. Hichilema already contested the presidency last year when snap elections were called after the former president died, but he lost by the smallest of margins, less than 2% of the vote.
There's no doubt that the elections were manipulated. The January 2015 elections, there were elements of manipulation in the counting of votes, in the tallying and consolidation of votes, as well as in the announcement of votes.
Despite gaining independence in 1964, freedom to form political parties was only secured around 25 years ago, as Zambia took its final steps towards becoming a democracy. But Hichilema and his United Party for National Development believe that democracy is now under threat.
There is a law we call here Public Order Act, which is being abused by the ruling party, restricting the opposition from movement, from assembly, from basically the freedom of conscience.
Unlike some of its neighbors, Zambia does enjoy a free press. Opposition papers and government ones alike, as well as independent publications, go to print each day. And although there is a noticeable absence of opposition voices in state-run media, journalists like the editor-in-chief of this independent daily believe that when it comes to democracy, there's nothing to worry about.
You have a media on the left that is highly critical of the government. You have a media on the right that supports the government. Then you have a media in the middle, like ourselves, who are independent. So in my view, I don't think there's any obstruction to media freedom in this country.
In response to public demands, President Chagwa Lungu signed a series of constitutional amendments earlier this month. They include a revision of the electoral law, making it necessary for any candidate to exceed 50% of the vote to become president. His supporters say it's a sign of how he's trying to improve the country. His opponents describe it as a PR stunt as he starts his campaign ahead of this summer's presidential poll.
This new constitution is a way forward, which we are seeing a new democratic country.
I don't think the constitution fits all the people of Zambia.
Zambia is considered to be one of the most democratic countries in Africa. Its parliament and other democratic institutions stand testimony to that. As the race heats up towards this year's presidential polls, the hope is that regardless of who wins, those elections will further enrich and protect that democracy. Jamal Al-Shayal, Al Jazeera, Lusaka.